Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Sad farewell to burn victim Kerry-Ann Collins. Kerry-Ann Collins, the 23-year-old woman who died after suffering severe burns at her Kingston-based home, was on Saturday remembered as a humble and loving person whose love for life and family was more than words could explain. She was our light, the center of our world. She was our tower of strength, said Felicia Collins, sister of Kerry-Ann. The family member made the comment during the Thanksgiving service held at Palm Court Block C on Spanish Town Road, where Kerry-Ann lived before her life was cut short. During the service, family members and close associates fought hard to hold back the tears while reflecting on the life of the Kingston resident who, while alive, was always willing to go the extra mile to make those around her happy. And while remembering Kerry-Ann, relatives also used the opportunity to call on the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Christopher Tufton, to improve the country's current health system. Dr. Tufton, please check on the health system and ensure that the doctors receive the resources that they need. My sister did not have to die if there was a proper burnt unit in the country, said a distraught Felicia Collins. Family members report that Collins was at home on November 27, 2020, preparing a meal when the stove she was using exploded. She was admitted to the hospital, where she battled for almost 3 weeks after receiving third-degree burns to most of her body. Her fight to stay alive was not to be, as she died Wednesday morning, December 9, 2020. Before she passed, Collins' condition was highlighted, and this drew an outpouring of understanding from members of the public, several of whom gave money towards enabling her to seek medical assistance overseas, as the facilities on the island were reportedly not able to help her based on the severity of her injuries. Relatives said Collins was scheduled to leave the island the same day she died for Doctors Hospital in the United States, where it was planned to stabilize her condition in preparation for skin grafting and plastic surgery at Kendall Memorial Hospital in Florida. Amendments to Firearm Act to be completed by March 31st. Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, had said amendments to the Firearm Act should be completed before the end of this financial year. The final drafts are being done now, he said. Chang was speaking after a tour of the Firearm Licensing Authority's FLA Old Hope Road Kingston office in St. Andrew on Thursday, January 28. He said the revised legislation, which is aimed at tackling gun crimes, is critical, as 80% of the homicides in the country are committed with firearms. He added that the amendments are to streamline the regulation of the legal arms trade and the functions and activities of the FLA. The new Firearm Act will seek to, in fact, impose adequate penalties and hold those with illegal firearms accountable for the criminal activities they are up to, and those who have licensed firearms will be dealt with if they don't license them, he indicated. Chang said the legislative improvements are expected to work in tandem with enhancements that are being undertaken at the FLA, which regulates the use of legal weapons and ammunition. The agency has acquired, among other things, bullet tracks marking machine to improve the capacity to capture bullet signatures, as well as laser engrafting equipment. Chang said laser identification is a critical part of the FLA's tool to manage the firearm industry in Jamaica. The importance of identifying the legal from the illegal firearms become more critical because the current legislation does not do much to separate them, and therefore, if you don't license your firearm on your birthday, you could be charged with carrying an illegal firearm, he pointed out. Chang added that it is important that the FLA has a strong and robust system of accounting for the licensed firearms in the country. He noted that the agency, like all other departments of the Security Ministry, is going through a process of modernization to make it fully equipped with the requisite technology and structures to manage the security apparatus in the 21st century. He further indicated that the anti-gang legislation is being reviewed and said, "We will look at a number of other pieces to come down the road to give the police the requisite legal tools to deal with the problem we have." Blocked sewage network in Port Antonio cleared. The National Water Commission, NWC, says it has cleared blocked sewage lines that resulted in the overflow of effluents on Harbor Street in Port Antonio, Portland. The overflow resulted in a foul stench that caused the closure of several businesses along the roadway on Thursday, including the office of other utility companies. NWC says the blockage was caused by unfiltered and untreated grease from a restaurant in the town flowing into its sewage network. In a release, the state-owned water company said the grease impeded the flow of sewage through its pipelines. The incident is a timely reminder that under no circumstances should grease or oil be allowed to enter the sewage network in accordance with the stipulated conditions of services in the agreement between our customers and ourselves, the NWC said. It also demonstrates that restaurant owners and managers must ensure that there is regular cleaning of their grease trap to prevent occurrence of this nature, the release continued. NWC is reminding persons to refrain from clogging sewage networks by channeling excess stormwater into manholes and flushing non-biodegradable items such as cigarette butts and sanitary napkins down toilets. The flushing of wipes has also been indicated as a problem in the past. The state-owned company said grease should also not be thrown down sinks or into sewers. It noted that medical waste and sewage from industrial and chemical processes must also be pre-treated to ensure that NWC sewers only receive non-septic sewage similar to domestic waste. The company maintains that effluents at its facility in Port Antonio conforms to the standard by the National Environment and Planning Agency. The facility was completed in 2017 at a cost of $1.2 billion. Man killed by police during holdup in St. Elizabeth. The police in St. Elizabeth shot and killed a man during a holdup in Pepper District in the parish early this morning. The incident happened about 3:30 a.m. Reports are that the man attacked a bartender. When the police responded to the situation, the man pointed the gun in the direction of the cops. The lawman fired at him and he was killed. A .38 revolver with live rounds were reportedly taken from the man's body. Transport Minister saddened by the passing of Ralph Smith. Minister of Transport and Mining Robert Montego has expressed his profound sadness by the passing of transport pioneer Ralph Smith, who died on Friday, January 29, after a period of illness. The Transport Minister says the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association Lifetime Achievement Awardee has given such a significant contribution to the development of the transport industry that his legacy will continue for generations. He maintained that Smith's work and worth extend beyond his own personal and professional endeavors. Smith, who was the founder of one of the largest transportation companies in the island's tourist sector, Tropical Tours, has introduced several leading international tours operations to the island. Additionally, Smith was a former member of the Jamaica Tourist Board, JTB, and past president of the Jamaica Association of Tours Operation, JATO. Minister Montego lauded Smith for his strong business sense and his passion for the transportation industry, which led to the transformation of the sector, while expressing condolences. Former Prime Minister Bruce Golding in motor vehicle crash. Former Prime Minister Bruce Golding is at home resting after he was involved in a motor vehicle accident in Old Harbour, St. Catherine on Friday. In a statement released by Golding's daughter, Senator Shireen Golding Campbell, neither he nor the occupants of the other vehicle involved appeared to be injured. Golding Campbell said her father sent his appreciation for the expressions of concern from members of the public. Golding served as Jamaica's 8th Prime Minister from September 11, 2007 to October 23, 2011, and also led the Jamaica Labour Party (JLP) from 2005 to 2011. Under his leadership, the JLP defeated the People's National Party (PNP) in the 2007 general elections. Golding resigned in 2011. Businessman arrested after cops bag $80 million worth of cocaine in St. James. The narcotics police arrested a 59-year-old businessman of Westgate Hill, Montego Bay, St. James, in connection with a multi-million-dollar drug seizure on Friday, January 29. Reports are that about 7:15 p.m., lawmen were conducting anti-narcotics operation along the flanker main road in the parish when they signaled the driver of a Hyundai motor car to stop. Allegations are that the businessman complied. The occupants along with the vehicle were searched and 11 packages of compressed cocaine weighing about 11 kilo were found. The vehicle and the packages were subsequently seized and the driver was taken into custody. However, his identity is being withheld pending further investigations. 130 stolen cell site batteries valued at $10 million seized in Riverton. Members of the Constabulary Specialized Operations Branch recovered 130 cell site batteries during an intelligence-driven operation in the Riverton area of St. Andrew on Wednesday, January 27. The Specialized Operations Team reportedly swooped down on an area in Riverton after following strong investigative leads into reports of stolen cell site batteries. The rechargeable dry cell batteries, which have an estimated value of approximately $10 million, were reportedly stolen from the cell sites across the island. The constabulary force is advising citizens that the removal of these batteries from telecommunication cell sites is a serious threat to our nation's security, as citizens could be faced with challenges trying to reach emergency service should there be a power outage. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.